the purpose of doing this is so we can both enjoy the practice of sounding the bell and have more ease when we're facilitating. And in addition to that, the bell is a means of communication to the rest of the sangha. And so for the communication to be clear and beautiful. It's the bell, this is the inviter. It starts right off with talking about the words that we use. And because we don't strike the bell, it's not mindful language. So we have an inviter and we sound the bell. And the form isn't nearly as important as the spirit that supports the form. So we want to keep that in mind. Approaching the bell, we calm ourselves and breathe in and out however many times it takes to feel calmer. 3 at least. And then we're actually making a lotus bud with one hand. No koan intended. And each bell has a different personality and a different way that it likes to be invited. This particular type of bell likes to be invited right on the rim. But if you go this way, you're trying to make the vibrations go out and you're stopping it at the same time. So going like this and sending the vibrations out. And before you invite the bell, you recite the gatha to yourself. Body, speech, and mind in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. And then inside, that's what you're doing. May all hearers awaken from forgetfulness, transcend anxiety and sorrow. When we begin, we give a wake-up sound, which is a half sound of the bell. And that lets everybody have some time to prepare and gives you some time to prepare before you invite the first sound. After the first wake-up, you don't need another wake-up. Allow 3 breaths in between the sounds. And at the end of the meditation, that prepares everyone that the end of the meditation is about to be sounded. So that signifies the end of the meditation, and this is the bell to bow to each other. Then we allow ourselves to stretch and massage. Have a bell to stand. A bell to bow to each other. And a bell to the altar. May the fruits of this practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Every bell is different. This particular bell enjoys being invited on the side. Has a little clunkier sound here. So it's nice to get to be familiar with the bell over time. And you might want to come early and just play with it a little bit. I'm using a little pedestal of 3 fingers so that I dampen the bell the least amount possible. Some people just kind of go like that. They're worried about it falling. But then the sound isn't very beautiful. So these are big bells, and they are used to begin and end meditations, like a parenthesis around the meditation. This little bell is an action bell, and it tells us when to bow to each other, when to stand, when to stretch. And we do it the same way that it likes to be invited. Well, we'll see. One last use of the bell. If we're doing a guided meditation and we want to have a pause to reflect, then we can begin, if we've already had 3 sounds of the bell, we might, so here's a sound of the bell, and that's the one that was beginning the meditation, and let people settle in, listening to the sound of the bell. And then the stop sound makes the attention go to, okay, what's coming next? So you could say, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in, breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And then a full sound of the bell, and however long you want to allow that to go. And then you can go to the next. The idea is to enjoy doing the facilitation and expect, this is an instrument like any other instrument. It takes practice, and we go for a sound that's pleasing, and it really reflects the mindfulness of the person, so that that mindfulness enters into everybody. So we're all interwoven with the sound of the bell. And you can really hear the mindfulness, the depth of the mindfulness of the bell master. And that's also an enjoyable way to practice.